Emmanuel Acho is the only person in the history of social media with a take that absolutely everyone disagrees with. This is the first take in the history. When I say the history, in the history of social media, Emmanuel Acho has did it that everyone disagrees with.
Expectation for Shedeur Sanders under Todd Monken, I believe, will lead to disappointment. There is nothing about Todd Monken as a head coach that should get you excited. As an offensive coordinator, you could say Lamar Jackson had an MVP season under Todd Monken. As an offensive coordinator, Lamar Jackson had 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions under Todd Monken. As an offensive coordinator, you can make arguments under Todd Monken. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships at Georgia under Todd Monken. But as a head coach?
What the heck are we talking about? That's a lot of things to get excited about. All that success. Every head coach doesn't come from being a head coach. Some coaches they start off as offensive coordinator, start off as defensive coordinator. He had all the success he just named, and this fool talking about there's a lot to be worried about. Let's continue.
No, nothing about Todd Monken as a head man gets me excited. I need to see who the offensive coordinator is going to be. That's what I need to see. But what I don't yet see, T, is like, how is Todd Monken going to command that locker room, command that group of men? And also, if I'm Shedeur or anybody in that locker room, why am I listening to Todd Monken?
You shut your boy. Why would he listen to Todd, the head coach, the new coach who had success with another black quarterback, another brother? I mean, has to be the worst advice. This has to be the worst take that anybody has ever said in the history of hot takes for football. This cannot be allowed. Children, make sure your children do not see this. Block that. I ain't gonna say block him. Block that freaking hot take. Do not let even though it's already viral. You know what I mean? But that is terrible. This by far has to be the most stupidest thing you can ever tell a player besides quitting. You might as well tell them to quit. Just go quit. But I wonder what Emmanuel Acho tell his son. If he has one, I don't know. If he had a son that was playing, if he had a son that is playing in the NFL, not to listen to the coach. That's Emmanuel Acho had a son in the NFL. Would he tell him not to listen to the coach? Or he just telling other people, children, this? Nigga giving advice for people to fail so they could come join him on Speak Easy. This nigga's using this tactic for recruiting mechanisms and shit like that. He out here trying to recruit people, telling them not to listen to coach so they could come join and Speak Easy. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. That's what it is.
Man, I feel like you got to be optimistic about these coaches these days. It's a lot of coaches where they come like a perfect example. Sean McVay, he became a head coach at 31 years old for the Los Angeles Rams. He only was an offensive coordinator for like a few years, but only 31 years old. Imagine Sean McVay becoming a coach for the Los Angeles Rams, and they say don't listen to him. But he's been one of the most successful coaches since he became the head coach at 31 years old. So you can't count nobody out. At least it's like see his philosophy, see his game plan, see what he's doing, and then you can critique him from that. You don't know what he's going to be as a head coach. Don't just automatically downplay him.
Emmanuel Acho has been around for a long time. He has been around super producers. He's been on ESPN, First Take, all these other places. He absolutely knows. He absolutely understands what it takes to be a head coach and the progression to becoming a head coach. He's just absolutely trying to have a hot take to get a bunch of views, and he's using Shedeur Sanders' name to accomplish that. This is terrible. It's like, what do you want Shedeur to tell Todd Monken? Don't worry about install. Don't worry about installing the new plays because Shedeur got it figured out. Don't worry about who the starters are. Don't worry about none of that stuff. Don't worry about calling the plays either, Todd Monken, because me, Shedeur, I got all that figured out. That's what he wanted. That's what he wants Shedeur to tell Todd Monken.
Oh man, that's how you start a successful team, buying into the program. If you already starting off from day one not buying into the program, there goes your team right there.
There goes your team, and there goes that player. Because I'm a new coach, I'm not going to tolerate someone not listening to me and buying into my program. That's a bad apple. That's a bad seed. That's a cancer on the team. What the freak is Emmanuel Acho talking about? Am I the only one that think Emmanuel Acho sounds like a scammer? Trying to convince someone to send them some money? Am I the only one that feel that way? It's like he's up there just, his mouth is just moving and then a bunch of noise is coming out that doesn't make sense. And it's just like, give me this, give me that. That's all you hear is a bunch of blah, 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 bunch of nice technical and intellectual words and things like that. Yes, you sound pretty convincing to some fools that don't know no better, but to a real one, you sound like an idiot. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of learned my lesson with Nick Sirianni. You know, Nick Sirianni got hired as Eagles head coach. He was an offensive coordinator that never called plays. I'm like, why are you hiring this guy? He never called plays. At the end of his life as an offensive coordinator, he came over to the Eagles, changed the culture, and he's got the most wins in the first 5 years of head coaching. Like, I never would have thought that at the day one. I'm like, did you hire this guy? Like, this guy's nobody. You never know. And he's way more experienced than Nick Sirianni was at this point in his career, where he actually led teams to playoffs. He actually created MVPs. So, like, he got a head start other than his new NFL. A lot of these new NFL coaches are out of nowhere, honestly.
It's about being a leader amongst men. How can you lead men, grown men? That's all it's about. If you can be a great leader, everything else will fall into play. You understand what I'm saying? Now, there are some technical things and experience you need to learn and understand situational football as a head coach. But I mean, being a good leader is such a powerful thing, man. I think it's one of the most underrated things in life. You know what I mean? And I think for some people like Emmanuel Acho, coming in this success, this newfound success that he somehow obtained with the Speakeasy brand, and we're gonna get into that. I think money drives some people crazy. People let money get to them and drive them, make them feel like they're more powerful than they've ever been, and it just gives everyone this false sense of reality that they need to be someone they are. Authenticity is always the best way to go, you know? And it's like Acho is willing to sell out, make himself sound ignorant, make himself sound like a horrible media personality just for some views. You know, he and everyone else knows that was horrible.
Yeah.
And the most asinine thing to even put out there. And the bad part about it, he didn't delete it. He kept it up the entire day.
Ain't no such thing to delete on the internet. It's always gonna be around. Once it's up, it's up.
But at least you can stop the nonsense from coming your way. Like, okay, let me do a little damage control. Fool just left it there the whole day. Let everybody just ride on him. Yeah, it got views, but all money ain't good money. You know? Now his credibility looks ass out. His credibility looks shot. It looked like he was on the wall, and it was you know, it was one of those aiming things for bow and arrows, or at the gun range, you just shot it up. You know, his credibility just straight gone, man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with him sometimes, but this take, this is a horrible take, especially from a person that plays sports in their lifetime.
Yeah.
It's funny as you said that about, you said the newfound fame or success or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw a video. They asked him, like, what's his biggest flex? He was like, I paid more in taxes than last year than I made in my whole NFL career.
What that tell you? Somebody that ain't used to this stuff. They ain't used to this success. He feeling himself. He don't know how to act. He think he's the new Shannon Sharp. Nobody likes him. Nobody really wants to see him on Speakeasy. Everyone is coming to see Shady McCoy if he don't understand and realize. And like I said, and we talked about, and I sent the tweet out, Emmanuel Acho buys a platform with millions of followers to force people to listen to his stupidity. He sounds like an educated fool. And then I say, my next tweet is like, Emmanuel sounds like them scammers calling your phone trying to get you to send them 50K. So I was going in, you know what I mean? Now, everyone is wondering how Emmanuel Acho all of a sudden is popping up everywhere and has so many subscribers on this new platform, Speakeasy, this new show that he launched. Everyone is wondering where it came from. And we all know Emmanuel Acho wants to look like the big dog. So he makes it seem like he's created this new show and he's the man that put all this together and he did it, off the muscle, I guess. Something. He wants us to believe something besides what actually happened, And obviously he didn't create that show from scratch because the cat's out the bag.
Uh-oh.
The cat's out the bag.
Uh-oh.
And he came, I seen the first episode and, the host had to clap him in. The man who is responsible for putting this all together, and Acho's sitting back and he was just feeling himself and, blushing all over the place. Acho, Emmanuel Acho, let me give you a little advice, brother. Let me give you a little advice. It would have been more player and authentic if you came out and said, man, I just reached a deal with such and such to acquire all these intellectual assets and the Twitter and all the social media from the facility, Undisputed, whoever it may be. But you want to come out and try to fake it till you make it. Want to act like this was yours. It was yours all along. Once you do that, Emmanuel, once you come out and be authentic and tell everyone you present this like you just stroked a check, you cut a deal with whoever you did to acquire this, now nobody can talk shit about what you're doing. Now you look like the man either way. But you want to go out there and fake it until you make it. But that works for some people, so more power to you. You know what I mean? But when it doesn't work out for you, oh man, people coming left and right. People coming left and right. You understand? And I think that's just so like a guy like Emmanuel Acho to act like he is the man because he's acquired a platform with such a big following.
I might run into him next week. I'm gonna be on during Super Bowl week. I'll be on Media Row, so he might have a little setup out there and all that. Next
and
week,
nothing wrong with that, man. Let me tell you, that's good business. Listen, that is great business for him to negotiate a deal to acquire all those assets from the Undisputed or the facilities, wherever he acquired these assets from. That is great business mind. You know what I mean? But for you to come out here and want to act like you did this on your own and don't be authentic with the people don't like that. Y'all love me because I'm authentic. Y'all seen me come from the grind up. I mean, I came on here with nothing really to barely any equipment, but I was really inspired to come out here and talk some crap with y'all, man, and have some fun. But let's check this out.
You're not even a head coach on an NFL level, so I don't even that group of men. And also, if I'm Shedeur or anybody in that locker room, why am I listening to Todd Monken? What have you won on an NFL level as a head coach? You're not even a head coach on an NFL level. So I don't even have expectations for Shedeur under Todd Monken because I believe any expectations I would have, he would not meet. Because why am I excited about it, T? Why?
Man, I really like some of his takes, but that you can't start a team off talking about team don't listen to your coach. That's hard. That's horrible take.
That's the same scam. That scam right there that he's spewing out right there. It sounds like that those scammers that keep calling you on the phone and he's telling you go put $500 in such and such account. It's gonna wire the money immediately, and when the money hit, I'm gonna immediately send you back $20,000. That's the type of scam it sounds like Emmanuel Acho is saying right there. Why would I listen to Todd Monken? What has he accomplished? Forget he's my head coach. What has he accomplished for me to listen to him? Oh man, what I know, man. And let me tell you, man, if you're a sensitive person, man, social media and this stuff ain't for you. If you're a sensitive guy, you ain't gonna make it, bro. You ain't gonna make it. You gotta have tough skin out here, man. And stand on business. So, shout out to Emmanuel, shout out to Speakeasy Camp, man, and shout out to my boy Shady, man. And yeah, man, y'all keep going. It's just one of those days you got to get through, and it'll be another day.